It's Cody here today with another video. Sorry about the wind in this video, but this video is going to be on what's inside of my 2003 Chevy 2500 HD Duramax. I've seen a couple of the YouTubers do this that I follow, so I thought I would do the same. Just kind of show what I keep in my truck. Now, I do a lot of contracting slash handyman slash small time construction stuff. So that's what my truck is built for. Or really not built for. That's because other than my rims and a couple other little modifications, my truck's not even built technically, but what I use my truck for, rather, is stuff like that. So it gets dirty, it gets used, it pulls sometimes 20-30 foot trailers, but that's about the biggest. It's otherwise pretty much my daily driver, just to get me to point A, point B, going to the mall, going to a friend's house, stuff like that. So, and I am also 17, so this might be different for you if you're like 20 or if you're like 13. Or, why would you have a truck at 13? I don't know. You might though. I mean, not judging. Work hard for it and have one, have any vehicle. But anyway, sorry for my spiel there. Let's just hop into this, quite literally. So as you can see, we'll do this with the door shut because it is windy. With the door shut, it's sort of dark in here, by the way. So in my driving seat, my driver's seat rather. This is an LS truck too, so my interior is slightly different than like an LTZ truck from 2003. Mainly just the console's different, and the back seat doesn't have a cup holder center stack, stuff like that, small stuff. And it is cloth interior. So up here on the front, we always, 9 times out of 10, always have a set of earbuds. Either these small ones or these are just skull candy. Either these small earbuds or the big skull candy ones. I think they're the Hesh ones or Hesh. I think Hesh. Hesh sounds better. They were like $120. I got them for like $90 on sale. So one of those sets are always up here. Just whenever I'm doing work, I like to have music. So I always keep earbuds in here for my phone to hook up to my phone so I can hear music if I'm cutting a board or if I'm getting wood. Or if I just don't care to hear what's on the radio, I can just put these in, because I do have a stock radio for now, sadly. There's always, these white sunglasses are always in my truck. I've had these since I was 10, so 7 years at this point, almost 8. Freaking love these sunglasses. They did break them, so they are Gorilla Glued, but hey, it's held up. They've made me happy, and I always rock these sunglasses. So they're always in here. I do keep my American sunglasses in here too, for those American nights in the Duramax. Whatever that means. And in the winter, we keep the license plate on the front glass because you're not able to read it in the winter because snow and ice and stuff, salt builds up on this and you're not able to see it. So this stays up in the glass, which I kind of like doing to begin with. And I might just run it up here most of the summer, to be honest, because it's nice to be able to throw all my stuff here. And from the outside of the vehicle, you can't see that I have stuff here, especially with my headphones, because then it makes it look like this is a younger person's truck. Because from the outside, it's got rims, but it doesn't look like it could be somebody in there under 20 or whatever. So it's kind of nice to be able to hide this stuff to some degree, so they can't just immediately see it, you know, if you know what I'm saying. Moving over, like we said, we do still have the stock radio, sadly, so I do have the aftermarket one in the back. I've had it for 6 months at this point, but I haven't installed it because I'm lazy. My light bar cable is literally just laying across here to right here. Other way, Dakota, there you go. So yeah, it's simple for now, but I am going to upgrade my console. That's why this is just ran like this for now. And by upgrade, I'm going to have a console that comes up to here, covers this area, cut a hole in the center so I have 4-wheel drive, and a little storage under there, and then all my light bars will be mounted to the side. And by all my light bars, I mean a crap ton of them, because this truck's going to be loaded eventually. Underneath this little storage compartment here, which I will lose whenever I upgrade my console, sadly, but we keep phone charger. I like to keep it right here, that way anybody in my truck that needs it, I can literally just tell them it's down here, and they can grab it. Now I don't have to dig around my console or anything. Cigarette lighter, which honestly, I love having this. If you're in the middle of the woods or hanging out with friends and you need to start a fire or you're camping or whatever, it's dope to have. So I freaking love having that thing. It is very old school, but I love having it. Up here, we will not have this set up in here. We're going to get a CB console, and we'll have to modify this a little bit because that's a very small gap. But I do want to get my CB hooked up into here eventually. But for now, we keep 2 sets of cheap 7-Eleven, or the orange ones are 7-Eleven sunglasses, like $5, and the black ones are H&M $5 special as well. So for keeping count, that's 4 sets of sunglasses. I love having sunglasses in my truck at all times. If you're wondering what these are, this is a cross, not really Christian or religious, but some of the crap I do might kill me one day, so I figured, hey, I'd rather have that riding by my side at all times. The dog tag in the middle says Duramax diesel, and Pirates of the Caribbean thing, because memories. That's what the passenger side looks like. There's nothing in that door spot storage unit. Same thing over here. I don't like stuff right here because whenever I slam the door, you can hear it, or whenever I open the door, you can hear it move around, so I'm just not a fan of that. I used to keep tape measures and rulers, or tape measures, Sharpies. I guess there was a ruler in here at one time. Just mainly measurement and writing utensils are usually in here for construction stuff, but again, like I said, I kind of grew out of that. Mainly because I have a toolbox now, which is sort of awesome. We've been lately rocking a can thing up here to store cans in. I've only used it like once. It's kind of nice to have. I don't think I'm going to leave it in here 24 hours a day, or rather, I don't think I'm going to rock this in here like forever. I will get a nice cup set up whenever I get my upgraded consoles, because then I'll have 3 cup holders instead of just the 2. And I'll leave this one in the middle one, so I have it if I need it. And maybe I'll just leave water in there, or have water in here or something. I mean, I already keep 2 bottles of water in the back just to have in case you need it. But maybe something along those lines. I don't know for sure. I would open up the glove box, but it's all personal stuff, insurance papers and crap like that. So, and my GPS is in there, and what else? There's one more thing in there. I guess we'll just open it. There's nothing. GPS, another car charger, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and another pair of cheap sunglasses, like $4 sunglasses right there. But those never get used. That's why the console is pretty much a crap ton of junk that I always need, but never need, if that makes sense. Meaning, we have a pair of binoculars, in case you need them, multi-tool, pretty good knife, another pair of sunglasses, fidget spinners, the things to take off my, the Allen keys to take off my wheel caps, ton of Sharpies, a couple drill bits. These aren't usually in here, but I was working on a project and needed these, not drill bits, hole bits, or if you call them, I call them hole bits / drill bits, because that's what they are. Selfie stick, because you gotta have a selfie stick. This is 2018. Tons of air fresheners. I love having air fresheners in my truck. It's just something I like doing. And safety glasses are always in here. At least one set is always in here. And I keep random screws and junk up here for projects that I'm working on immediately or need to buy more of. Again, this is an LS, so this opens up for 6 seat. Usually the owner manual is not there, but I just I did a modification. I needed to make sure it wasn't going to destroy my whole truck. So I was flipping through there just to see if it told me what I needed to know, and it did. So that's why that is there. We'll hop to the back. The back is pretty much never used. I have one friend that rides back here every now and again, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, it's mainly just 2 people in it. Camping, a lot of times I sleep back here. I'm only 5'9" / 5'10", so 5'9.5". Anyway, so I mean, it's okay, it's doable. It's not the comfiest. It's not the comfiest thing in the world, but I can do it, and I don't mind too much. This back door pocket, we do keep screwdrivers, wire strippers, and a couple other little things for immediate projects or planned on job sites that I know I'm going to need that stuff for. Sandals are almost never in here. Usually it's a pair of Jordans that are in here, Jordan 23s, white and black pair. They're usually in here for my second pair in case my shoes that I'm wearing while driving, if I step in a water hole, or if I'm rocking my work boots and I want to go out on town afterwards, or whatever the frick else. So I usually have a pair of Jordans in here. I always have a skateboard or longboard. I've been loving, I've been doing this for probably like 4 years at this point, so I always keep one in here, because you never freaking know. It's good stress release. Sometimes if you're having a crappy day, you can hop in the truck and just take that sucker and go. Records are never in here, so yeah, these are some records, Kiss, and a couple other ones, so yeah. They're never in here. I got those from a friend for a really good price the other day, so I forgot to take those out. I try to always keep a sweatshirt / jacket in here, but I rarely do because I always wear that one. Again, try to keep it pretty clean. It's showing some signs of age. A lot of lines. This isn't like a stain. This is a reflection. A couple lines of where seat thing used to be, a baby seat. And stuff like that, but I try to keep it very clean back here and classy for whenever you need to haul a ton of people around. Even though it's not a crew cab, people will ask you, or ask to take your truck every time thinking it is a crew cab, just because it is pretty spacious when compared to some of my friends' vehicles. Some stuff for school, I'm about to graduate, so can't wait to be done with that shit. Sorry. I always have gloves in here. This is kind of my catch-all, but mainly used for gloves, if that makes sense. So I keep a couple things in here. The thing for my rear gate opener, whatever you call it, handle, the little cover for it, some tubing, a couple screwdrivers, a lot of ice scrapers and stuff like that. We are just kind of getting out of winter, / hopefully out of winter, so hopefully a couple of those can leave. I do have another one under there, a little longer one. My tire toolkit's down there. You could call this a bug out bag, but it's really not a bug out bag in my opinion. I mean, it is, but it's not. I've been doing a lot of hiking lately, like to the point where it's almost every other day, if not every day. So it's nice just to have the backpack, my hiking backpack, loaded up in my truck at all times instead of taking it in my room, sending it, you know, wherever I want to set it, in my closet or wherever. It's nice just to leave it in here. And it doesn't take up too much room. I mean, it takes up a little, but it's not horrible. It's very rare that I need this up to like throw something big in here. A TV every now and again for a friend if I don't want to strap it to the back or if it's pouring rain or something, but that's about it. Again, my Pioneer head unit that I have yet to install up there. So that's back here. Good set of work gloves, still in the packaging. Yes, they're not white, but they're pretty much white, but they're very good gloves. I do not remember what brand this is, but these are freaking amazing gloves. I've been running these gloves literally since I was probably 6 to 7. I've been rocking these gloves for everything from getting wood to cutting boards. Love those gloves. So I always try to keep a pack. I have probably another 700 to 800 of these exact style packs, and there's like 30 or 40 sets of gloves in there, so yeah. I've been keeping a towel in here. I used to have a blanket, but the towel just came in handy in the winter whenever I would open the door and snow would fall on my seat. Instead of getting my soaked butt, I throw that towel down, set on that. There's my Pioneer head unit, like I just said. Just reiterating that I'm making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Board to set my jack on if the tire goes flat. If you're like not on this perfect flat ground. Pretty self-intuitive. That's the interior of my truck, and that side is totally empty because, like I said, no one's ever over there. It's very rare, so I don't like keeping tools over there or anything. Because if someone's over there, it's probably for a road trip or something. So why the frick would I keep tools over there next to them? That's just annoying to hear. Little sounds like that rolling around. So, like I said, I'm going to take these albums inside before I forget. That is a tour of my 2003 Chevy 2500 HD Duramax with the LB7 6.6 liter extended cab long box. If you were wondering on the specifications of it, it is cloth interior, it is an all-ish truck. 21,000 on the odometer, so she getting up there. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys later.